Yeah, it works better if I turn the microphone on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 5:20 left here in the North Fulton Wildcats warm-up. They warmed up second here this evening. It's BPC hosting the North Fulton Wildcats, and it seems like we've seen a lot of North Fulton on the volleyball floor. If you remember, the BPC 7th graders beat North Fulton here at BPC to advance in regional competition earlier this spring. And then Colchester played North Fulton in 7th grade or 8th grade regionals the other night as well. Now we got the high school version of the Wildcats here playing BPC's high school team. So we've had them a lot here on TSSR Game Time Live. So hopefully some of you folks from North Fulton are used to watching yourselves here, and you come and join us here tonight on what should be a pretty decent contest between these two schools. It looks like both teams are going to start the same people as far as varsity and fresh soft for BPC. We were not able to catch up with the lineups for North Fulton. We'll have to grab those as they come on the floor. We'll take a short break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH, and we'll be back with the BPC junior varsity starting lineup right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. North Fulton, as I said, going through their warm-ups here. Starting for BPC, as they are over in the far corner, warming up. They've already done their on-court stuff, so now they're just doing a little practice passing with Coach Rotifer. Starting at right back, number 34, a sophomore, Aaron Jackson. At right front, a sophomore, number 12, Elizabeth Suter. At middle front, a sophomore, number 15, Elizabeth Gilfillan. At left front, a sophomore, number 27, Janet Lentini. At left back, a sophomore, number 26, Cora Golich. And at middle back, a freshman, number 4, Gracie Havens. No libero for the junior varsity squad. They do have a libero, which is the aforementioned Gracie Havens for the varsity team. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So the warm-ups now have changed to serving for North Fulton, and BPC still doing a little bump set hit kind of drill over on the far sideline. And we're just about ready to go here. Helping to bring you this contest on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. It's the pregame show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. We have a few new sponsors on as well. We'll welcome those a little bit later this evening. In the meantime, we'll take another short break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We're just about ready for the start of tonight's JV contest between BPC and North Fulton.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
Well, welcome back. We are just about ready for tip-off here. Notice we are a couple minutes late. They got a couple-minute late start. They were doing some last-minute adjusting on the net after the officials got here. One of the things, if you're not real familiar with volleyball, is the officials measure the net every time, and it was a little low, I believe, so they had to adjust the net some, get it a little higher. Stretched a little tighter, I think, was what it ultimately needed to have done. And so we are ready to go here for JV contests. Number 6, Olivia Miller, will be left front to start. Middle front to start will be Katie Baker, number 21. Number 32, or 33, I believe, Washida Bradford. Nope, it's number 38. And an ace served right off the bat for the Wildcats. It's number 37 serving. And Golich can't handle that one either. I don't even have a number 37 on my roster. That is number 37, right, Miles? Let's see if she's on the varsity roster. She is not. So I'm not sure who number 37 is. If somebody knows that's listening, let me know who number 37 is. Sadie Arnett's number 11. There's Havens with a dig, Jackson with a set, Suter with the push across. It's Doug. And from the middle, the hit was by Baker. Gilfillan's going to send it across. Number 37 comes up to get it, and it's hit out of bounds by number 38, Maggie Sharping. And it'll be a side out. 2-1's the score. Tip across, and BPC can't get to it. I believe that was Baker with the tip, and it's going to be a point for the Wildcats. Back to serve is number 38. That is Sharping. Also starting number 10 is Callie Hansen. Jackson's going to set it across to Suter. Suter's hit goes right down the middle of the floor. A kill for BPC. And they close back to within 1 at 3-2. Once again, I don't know who 37 is, so if somebody watching at home knows who 30 is. Brooklyn Patterson. Thank you, Kathy McCants. I greatly appreciate it. And a serve goes into the net, a side out to the Wildcats. Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 21, Katie Baker. Checking in for the Wildcats is Washida Bradford. Taking a seat is going to be number 11, Sadie Arnett. And again, it is Baker back to serve. Set by Jackson to Gilfillan. Gilfillan gets the hit to Patterson. Brooklyn Patterson. The hitting air is going to give the side out back to BPC. .31 checking in for BPC. That is Jaitlin Sickles. Back to serve for BPC is number 15, Elizabeth Gilfillan. Golage on a passover sends it right back. First offensive point for BPC, and we're knotted at 4. Gilfillan gets his first service point for BPC. Baker is going to be pushed across by Bradford on a free ball. Sickles sets. Gilfillan comes, pushes it across. Ball's right at the net. Tipped across by Golage. Now it's going to go back deep and into the net by Bradford. Another point for BPC. They take a 5-4 lead, their first lead of the contest. Second service point for Elizabeth Gilfillan. Short right at the 10-foot line. Bradford on the hit. The dig. Jackson another set. Is going to go to Golage. Golage a little tip. Comes near side to our Hansen. And into the net it goes, and another point for BPC. Jackson. Back row attack from Gilfillan. Back there was Patterson to receive it overhand, but couldn't get a good pass. Baker couldn't save it. Another point for BPC. They lead 7-4 now. Bradford's going to tip it across. Lentini. Now it's going to be Jackson pushing it across. Patterson's there. Near side hit for Hansen. Lentini free balls it across. So back row attack to Baker here. Gilfillan to Jackson. Now Lentini from the right side, a deep, and it's going to go through the hands of Baker. And another point, a kill for Lentini. And BPC leads 8-4. Overpass, Lentini gets it, and it lands on the line. As Lentini left-handed it on the overpass, and a timeout's going to be called by the Wildcats. The first time out of the contest, and we'll take a break as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. BPC, behind the serving of Elizabeth Gilfillan, has built a 9-4 lead. They've rolled off 6 straight service points by Gilfillan. Helping to bring you this contest is Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. That's just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 to 4 p.m. For all your fresh produce needs, be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. They're also currently taking orders for whole and half lamb freezer meat. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see what's grown. Another point for BPC, another kill for the Spartans. They lead 10-4. Golage hit in a point. Golage, another big kill for the Spartans, and it's 11-4. Eight straight service points for Gilfillan now. Another deep serve. Hansen. Now Bradford to Sickles. Jackson pushed it across. The setter is Miller. Bradford on the hit. Lentini is going to set it across to Golage, and Golage is going to... Golage hits it into the net. A side out for BPC. First time. It was 4-3 when BPC got that last service. It's now 11-5 BPC. They were trailing by 1. Back serving for the Wildcats is number 6, Olivia Miller. Lentini mistimed the jump, and it goes out of bounds. A point for Miller and the Wildcats. Bowman is into the contest. She dug that. And then Golage knocks it deep out of bounds, a hitting error. A point for the Wildcats. So Olivia Miller going to serve again for North Fulton. 11-7 is the score. A bump set for Jackson, and Lentini a swing and a miss. And it's 11-8. This time Suter with the, and then Suter with the pass, and Jackson tried to set, but then she blocked Sickles from being able to get to it. And it's 4 straight service points for Miller. It's been a game of runs as Bowman's going to do a bump set, and nobody's going to get to it. Some subpar communication on that one, and it's 11-10, and BPC will take a timeout just like that. We're taking timeouts, 1 for each side. The Wildcats have closed to within 1 at 11-10. Helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is the Princess Shop. The Princess Shop is your local one-stop home for women's apparel, accessories, and shoes. Stop in Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 1520 East Jackson Street in Macomb. And Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's Pizza offers something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. And the Community News Brief. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Deep serve. That was going to be out, I think, but it's an ace as it is, because over there on the far side swinging at it was, I believe, Suter, and it's knotted at 11. 6 straight service points for Miller. Suter comes up to get this one. Jackson's there. She's going to push it across. Miller with the dig. Patterson with the set. It's going to be bumped across on a free ball. Jackson's going to push it again. And they're going to call Jackson with a lift. And it's going to be another point, and then back to the lead goes North Fulton, 12-11. So Gilfillan responded with 8 straight. Now Miller has served 7 straight, and then into the net it goes. Knotted at 12, and BPC's got to serve back. Stepping back to serve is Janet Lentini with the score knotted at 12 apiece. Nice serve. Baker digs it. And Jackson on an overpass is going to knock it right back to the floor, and BPC will take a lead 13-12. Another nice serve by Lentini. It's Miller, or excuse me, it was Hanson on the dig. Suter got discombobulated a little bit, started to take a step forward and ended up going over her head. And she tried to react, couldn't get there. And it'll be a side out. Point and knotted to score one more time as checking in for BPC is going to be Kylie Norris, number 28. Back to serve is number 10, Callie Hansen. Bowman with the dig. Sickles to Norris. Comes across. It's going to be Miller with a free ball. Jackson now. Golage hits it deep to the right corner, out of bounds. Point for the Wildcats. Callie Hansen on the serve again, 13-14, and she serves it right into the net. So she gives her team the lead, then gives the tie score right back. Now BPC is going to have number 26, Cora Golage, back to serve. Jump serve for Cora. Hansen with the dig. Comes across. Norris Now Sickles is going to set outside to Suter. Suter's going to go deep corner on a push. Now Miller a back set to Patterson. Norris on the dig, can't handle it, a side out. And a point for the Wildcats. Checking in for the Wildcats going to be number 11, Sadie Arnett. Checking out will be Washida Bradford. And Arnett's going to be serving. 15-14, her team leads by 1 here in set 1 of the JV contest, and that's going to go into the net. Really looked like she wanted to just let that ball go for a second. She didn't really get it high enough. She hesitated to hit it, and then when she did hit it, it was late, and it goes into the net. Gilfillan's going to replace Bowman to come back to the front row, and Sickles, Jaitlin Sickles, going to be back to serve for BPC. Into the net on the pass and gives BPC the lead, 16-15. Jaitlin Sickles gets her first service point of the set. Deep right corner, and the last second it was Hanson returning with an overhand receiving of the serve. Now it's Jackson. We go to Suter, and Suter's going to go deep right corner. It's in, a kill for Suter, and a point for BPC. They're up by 2 now, 17-15. Deep right corner serve again. Hanson. That was a nice hit. That was Sharping. Now Gilfillan with a one-handed left-hand return. Baker to Sickles. Bump set by Jackson. Suter pushes it across. Sharping got to it, but then a little miscommunication between Arnett and the rest of the Wildcats. And it's 18-15. 3 straight service points for Sickles. It's a kill for the Wildcats. I believe that was number 37, Brooklyn Patterson. And a side out gives the Wildcats the lead, or the ball back, trailing by 2, 18-16. Patterson back to serve again, and this one goes into the net. Side out for BPC. Subs coming back in for the Spartans going to be Janet Lentini replacing Kylie Norris. Norris the back row player, Lentini the front row player. Jackson serve, set near side to Sharping, and it bounces off the net through the block, and it falls, and a side out for the Wildcats. Cuts the lead back to 2, 19-17. Back to serve will be Sharping. And Spartans couldn't get to it on a passing error, and a point for Sharping. Nice hard deep serve. Havens with the return. Now it's going to be Lentini on the hit. A nice hit, and it's a little long and out to the right, and it's a tie ball game, 19-19. Havens with the serve receive is going to come to Suter. Patterson takes it. It's going to be a free ball. Miller, Golage. Now it's going to go to Gilfillan. Patterson on the dig. Baker on the attack. Jackson has to come get it. Gilfillan a bump set. Suter another hit and a kill. Nice bump set by Gilfillan, and a kill by BPC gets a side out. Elizabeth Suter's playing a pretty good set here in set number 1, and BPC leads 20-19. Suter, on that note, goes back to serve for BPC. Nice short serve, but just too short as it fell into the net, and that'll give the Wildcats the serve back, tied at 20. Katie Baker back to serve again. 20-20 is the score. Checking back in for the Wildcats, number 11, Sadie Arnett. Deep floater as Suter can't handle it. Point for the Wildcats. Baker is the server. She'll try again here. Actually, it was Washida Bradford coming in now for Arnett. And again, Suter can't handle the pass or the serve. 2 straight points, and it's 22-20. Wildcats with the lead. Havens, Golage, pushed across by Jackson, received by Patterson. A hit by Bradford. Havens has it. Jackson saves it. Now it's going to be a free ball. Gilfillan deep to Patterson. Now back row attack coming for Patterson. Golage comes up to get it. And a pass to the net. Gilfillan couldn't get there, and it's 23-20. 2 points away from a set win here for the Wildcats. Havens, nice pass to Jackson. She puts it across. Miller sets Arnett, or excuse me, that's Hanson. Now Lentini hits it, and a kill just past the 10-foot line. A nice hit for Janet Lentini. Get it out in a second. I can't talk. Closes it to within 2 on the side out. Checking in for BPC to replace Havens will be Sickles. Gilfillan, who has served 8 straight points her last service, is going to go right into the net this time. I jinxed her. 24-21. BPC cannot allow another point without scoring 3 of their own here. As back to serve is Olivia Miller. She's the one that responded with 7 straight to Gilfillan's 8 straight last time. She only needs 1 for a win here in set number 1. Coolidge. Jackson sets Lentini. Lentini is dug by Bradford. Is saved. Hit across. Suter. Jackson. Sickles pushes it across on a free ball. Baker. Now Miller's going to back set to Patterson. The lefty abuses the block. The ball will fall. The point will end at set number 1. It's 25-21. And the North Fulton Wildcats win the first set here in JV competition. So with that, we'll take a break and be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School, as we are between sets here. As the North Fulton Wildcats win set number 1, 25-21. This contest being brought to you by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtccrowdfiber.com to check your availability. And United Community Bank's services are designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net, to friendly services you can count on from the leader of community banking. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit a location near you with branches in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member FDIC. And McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert health to Spartan student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location, 725 North Hampshire Street, or you can find them online at squaremusic.com. So, young Miss Erin Jackson is going to start set number 2 off for BPC. The blue box on the right shows that the Wildcats have a 1-0 lead. And the BPC Spartans need to win set number 2, which is starting right now, in order to extend this to 3 games. And then right off the bat, a complete lack of communication, and that's going to fall right in, and a point for BPC as Erin Jackson gets her first service point of the contest. Hanson received that serve, and then Arnett. Jackson's going to push it across to Suter, who pushes it across. Sharping gets it. Baker now from the middle. It hits it deep. Golich has to take it. Havens now. Suter's going to push it across again. Baker there now. Back set to Patterson. Patterson's left-handed attack is good enough to get in between Suter and the net, and it's a side out. A point for the Wildcats, and Patterson goes back to serve with the score knotted at 1. Oh, there's a nice serve just over the net, and then the pass over is not handled. An illegal hit, and it's a side out to BPC. Back to serve for the Spartans will be number 12, Elizabeth Suter. Nice deep serve, overhand receive. Baker with the hit, goes off the block of Gilfil and falls innocently inbounds, and it's a side out again. And back to serve for the Wildcats will be Maggie Sharping. Golich now to Lentini, and Lentini's going to hit it out of passing air. First offensive scored point for either team goes to the Wildcats, and Sharping's going to get it. It's Sharping's second point of the contest, first of the set. And she's going to serve it right back into the net, and we're tied again. Checking in for BPC is going to be number 31, Jaitlin Sickles. She'll replace Gracie Havens. Back to serve for BPC. Number 15, Elizabeth Gilfillan. Hanson comes up to grab it. Baker on the hit, Gilfillan on the receive overhand. Golich is going to hit it deep. Hanson struggling with it, and it's going to be Arnett, and Baker tried to do something with it, couldn't do anything with it, and the first offensive point, or second offensive point, I should say, for BPC comes from Elizabeth Gilfillan. First point of the set. She served 8 points in set number 1. Patterson. Miller to Hanson. Now Jackson's going to push it across. And a setting error for the Wildcats that was a good pass to Miller. Miller just didn't give Hanson a very good set to do anything with, and a point for BPC and Gilfillan. Patterson from the back row on the attack. It's into the net. And BPC leads 6-3. Gilfillan serve. Hanson. Miller's going to push it across in 2. Gilfillan sets to Lentini, who pushes it across. Baker on the hit, and it's going to fall. A kill for the sophomore, Katie Baker. A side out, and a couple subs coming in. Peyton Bowman checking in for BPC. And I believe that's going to be number 33, Washida Bradford, checking in for the Wildcats. Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 21, Katie Baker. 6-4 is the score. Golich. Now Lentini from Jackson in a hitting error gives it into the net. And a point for Baker, and a point for the Wildcats, cuts the lead to 1. Baker's next serve coming. Back row set to Peyton Bowman. She just bumps it across with the free ball. Now Bradford, Suter, and Suter receives it, pushes it to the net. Nobody could get to it, and we're knotted at 6, and another point by Baker. Golich, a nice pass. Jackson to Lentini. Lentini off the net. Miller sets it. to Baker. Now Miller's going to try to attack. She does with the left hand. Now Lentini's going to set it far side. Nope, middle to Sickles. Now a bump set by Miller. Bradford across. Jackson to Peyton Bowman. Now to Golich. And Golich is going to hit it to the middle of the floor. And Baker got there but couldn't do anything with it. A side out. And BPC retakes a 7-6 lead. Lentini back to serve for BPC. She had 2 service points. Right, just barely skimmed the top of the net. Bradford. Sickles going to set Golich now. Hanson gets it back from Miller and hits it into the net. It's 8-6. Lentini back to serve again. A nice serve, short. Diving in to get it was number 16, Sam Munson, who's in the contest, and she just couldn't quite get there. Another point for BPC. And that one goes into the net. BPC leads 9-7. Back to serve will be the setter, Olivia Miller. Kylie Norris checks in for BPC as Janet Lentini takes a seat. Miller's overhand serve. Low, hard serve set by Jackson. Golich gets the kill as she found an empty spot in the right back corner of the defense. A side out for BPC, and she'll go back to serve now after hitting that from the right side. Her team leads 10-7, trying to stretch this to 3. As you can see, it's a 1-0 set lead for the Wildcats. Patterson with the attack. Norris gets it. Oh, and Jackson, a nice save, and then a nice hit across. They're going to call an illegal hit on Sickles. I thought they might let that go, but they did not. So a side back out to the Wildcats, and back to serve will be Sadie Arnett. They're at 8 points with only 3 service points. Peyton Bowman. Jackson to Suter. It's going to be a free ball if they can get it across, and they can't. Side out to BPC. Back to serve will be Jaitlin Sickles. She served 3 service points. Checking in for the Spartans will be Elizabeth Gilfillan. She'll replace Peyton Bowman. Short serve is Bradford. Miller, now she's going to come. Oh, that was Sharping, excuse me. Now Suter. Miller. Sharping. Out of bounds, a hitting error. Point for BPC, and Sickles gets another service point here in set 2. That gives her 4 for the match. Short serve on a pass over. Suter's going to push it right back. Baker's able to get to it. A bump set to Bradford. Golich is going to have it to the net, and Jackson got it across. Now Sharping's going to hit it. Now Jackson to Gilfillan, and she's going to set back row to Golich, and Golich gets a nice hit. Now Gilfillan's going to hit it deep, and it's going to fall. It's a pass over, went right back to Gilfillan. She hit it to the deep middle of the floor. A timeout on the floor is going to be charged to the Wildcats. 13-8 is the score. BPC with the lead. Helping bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City, or call them at 309-775-3333. And Country Financial agent Shelley Poston. See Shelley Poston or at Country Financial to learn more about protecting the things that mean the most in your life and get started on a plan for a comfortable future. Contact Shelley Poston today at Country Financial, 309-772-3003. So 13-8 is the score. BPC with the lead here in set number 2. The Wildcats of North Fulton won set number 1. So BPC trying to stay alive here in this one and push it to 3 sets and possibly walk out of here with a win. Sharping as Sickles still back to serve. Now Sharping on the attack. Dig by Golich, excuse me. Now Suter is going to push it, and they're going to call an illegal hit. Yep, side out for the Wildcats. Gracie Havens checking back in for BPC, and checking back in for the Wildcats, Sadie Arnett. She'll go back to serve, number 11. Deep serve, Golich. Oh, nice dig on a poor pass by Jackson. It went across by Norris. Now Gilfillan's going to go on the pass over right back. Now Golich is going to get it, and Gracie Havens couldn't see where it was. It was right above her head. She couldn't find it, and a point for the Wildcats, and that makes it 13-10. Arnett gets her first service point of the contest. Now Norris, a nice pass to Jackson this time. Set right side of Gilfillan, or left side of Gilfillan, excuse me, and then Gilfillan's going to get a kill as Hansen could do nothing with it, a side out. And BPC is going to get the serve back. Jackson for her second service of the contest here, with her team leading 14-10. Nice short serve, fell right in front of Arnett, and an ace for BPC, and Jackson extends her team's lead to 15-10. Patterson pushes it across. Gilfillan got there, then Golich. Now it's going to be Jackson putting it across the free ball. Miller to Sharping, and Sharping's going to hit it out. A hitting error for the Wildcats, and 3 straight service points for Jackson. Another ace. Gives her 5, a sub checking in for the Wildcats. That'll be number 16, Sam Munson again. Jackson still with the serve. Miller's going to back set to Patterson, the lefty from the right side. Golich was able to get there but couldn't really do anything with it. It fell nearly right in front of her, a side out. And it's going to be back to serve Brooklyn Patterson. Lentini, a big hit, drives it home down the middle of the floor, and a side out for BPC. Welcome, Gene Bowman, watching, saying go Peyton Bowman from your Kansas family. So that's pretty cool, having some folks watching from Kansas. We love seeing where everybody's watching from, and that's a foot fault. As Suter stepped on the line, a side out service error, and we're back to a 6-point game, 18-12. BPC with the lead. Munson to serve. Gilfillan, the attack from the lefty. Miller is going to push it across. Suter. Now Jackson's going to set Lentini off the net, off the block. A couple Wildcats were able to get there, but couldn't do anything with it. As the first one was Munson, the second one was Arnett, and it's going to fall to the floor, and BPC takes a 19-12 lead. Jalen Sickles going to come in to replace Gracie Havens. Back to serve for the Spartans, number 15, Elizabeth Gilfillan. We received by Baker. Miller's going to do a bump set to Baker, and she's going to drive it right into the net. And it's a 20-12 lead for BPC. And a timeout on the floor, I believe, charged to the Wildcats. Helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. We'll be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to finish your new home or just to replenish an old one, stop in and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street in Bushnell, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.b Furniture Inc. That's INC for Incorporated Inc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. So after the timeout, Gilfillan still serving. An overpass, and that's going to be a carry. Golich had a great thought. She went up after it, but she kind of caught it before she threw it, and it's going to be a side out for the Wildcats. They trail 20-13. Baker's back to serve now for North Fulton. BPC doing their best here to try to extend this into a third game. Baker to Golage, now to Lentini, and she's going to hit it across, and a little bit of help, and she's kind of abused the block of Washida Bradford, and a side out for BPC. It's 21-13. Lentini back to serve for the Spartans. Nice low, hard serve. They did get it across. A nice dig by Baker. Sickles is going to push it across from a backwards bump. Hansen hit a deep right corner, and Peyton Bowman was not deep enough to get there. She stuck an arm out, got an arm on it, but wasn't enough. Side out. It's 21-14. Back to serve will be the setter, number 6, Olivia Miller, for the Wildcats. Oh, a lot of lefties in this game. Jackson going to set it to Norris, who just bumps it across with a free ball. Now Miller is going to get called for the lift on the backward set and another side out. 22-14. A lot of illegal hits being called here in this one. Golage to serve. A let serve, and that kind of helped her. Oh, Baker, what a job by Baker to get that ball up. And then an overpass is going to be touched by Hansen, and it's going to fall into the net. But, man, what a job by Baker just to get that pass up. It's 23-14, a point for Golage. And that one goes into the net. So an 8-point lead for BPC. They need just 2 to win. But back to serve will be number 10, Callie Hansen. Short serve. It's going to go across by Suter. Patterson. Now it's going to be Bradford. She's going to hit it out. Hitting air on the attack. And back to serve for game point. A sub checking in is Gilfillan, replacing Bowman. Sickles. Jalen Sickles has 4 service points in the contest, 1 in this game. Can she finish it here? Bradford now bumps up by Miller, and then Sam Munson's going to get the kill. And the Wildcats live to fight another point. Checking in is Sadie Arnett. She'll be the server for the Wildcats. They have to roll off 8 straight just to extend the contest here. Sadie Arnett has 1 service point in the match and the set. She gets that one up. Gracie Havens, it's going to be to the net, and then Baker and Jackson fight over who's going to get it to fall, and Baker wins the fight. Falls on BPC's side, and Sadie Arnett gets her 2nd service point of the contest. Now Norris, Golage, Suter sends it across, and it's going to fall, as coming up to try and hit it was Arnett, but she really thought Patterson was going to take it. It falls, and that's how set number 2 ends, 25-17. BPC. So we'll go to set number 3. And with that, we'll take a break and be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. Said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, brought to you by Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. And Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell, for over 100 years, Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community's needs for personal and community and business banking, as well as home and agricultural lending. Stop by the main branch, 484 East Main Street, or their drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Pretty excited, Miles. Tomorrow night's the opening night of football season, so TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, will be in Macomb to have the first BWP Sparklones football game of the year on the air. We will go on early tomorrow at 6:30 as Macomb is doing their senior night activities. So we are going to carry those senior night activities tomorrow night. Then we'll take a break and come back with the football game. But we wanted to make sure that the seniors at Macomb got a chance to be on as well. So we're going to take that. Pretty cool stuff. We've got some new sponsors coming on tomorrow night. But we've also got 2 sideline cameras besides just Miles up here on top. So we're looking forward to a whole lot of fun here for the football season. We got junior high football, and we've got high school football, varsity, and JV. So a lot of football yet to come here. I think 12 games altogether, if my memory serves me right. It's either 10 or 12 anyway. And a hitting air, and BPC opens game number 3, or set number 3, with a point. Jackson does it again. That's how she started the last game as well, giving her team a 1-0 lead. Here's another serve, another short, good serve. Baker is going to attack it and hit it into the net. As Miller tried to give her a set, she gave her one, but it wasn't one she could do much with, and Jackson's going to get her second service point of the set, her 7th of the game. This one's going to go deep. Good little change of pace by Jackson that time. Now Baker, deep hit, Golich. And it's going to go across, out of bounds on a pass over by Gilfillan, and a side out for the Wildcats. Will be Patterson back to serve, the lefty. Suter, then it's going to be Gracie Havens pushing it across. And that's going to be out. Yep. Not sure who hit that. I think it was Baker hit it, but she hit it deep to the left and a little too far left as it went out of bounds. And back to serve for BPC, number 12, Elizabeth Suter. Her team leading 3-1. Another short serve comes across. Gilfillan hits it, and it falls. So Gilfillan gets a point on the pass over, the kill, and BPC leads 3-1. First service point, believe it or not, for Suter. Deep middle it goes. Miller with it. Baker's going to try it again, and another hitting error. The wheels falling off a little bit here for the Wildcats in the second and third games, see if they can gather things back up. Nice hard serve that time, an ace by Suter. And another kill for BPC, a timeout for North Fulton. It's 7-1, BPC with the lead. 4 straight service points for Elizabeth Suter, helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Is Hensley Grain. Hensley Grain of Rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy your shortened athletic campaign. And a Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit the Bank of Friendly Service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center, an equal housing lender, and member FDIC. So BPC leads 7-1 here in set number 3. They lost set 1. They've battled back in set 2. Lentini is, well, they called an over-the-net attack I'll call a replay on that. One official said it was over the net. One official said it was not. So it's going to be a replay. And Suter will serve again. So it's still 7-1. I didn't really think that was over the net, but there was a couple of them that were pretty iffy the other night, too. So they seem to be calling that a lot tighter than they have in the past. Jackson. Gilfillan to Lentini. It's off the net. Yep, they're going to call 4 hits. I was going to say I didn't think it got blocked. It was 4 hits. Good call. And a side out for the Wildcats. And it looks like Munson's going to take a seat, and Sharping's going to come back in to serve for the Wildcats. They trail 7-2. BPC, as Gracie Havens can't get to it. A nice little short serve by Sharping. Golage. Lentini deep out of bounds, a hitting error, and it's 7-4. Golage, Jackson to Golage. A free ball. Suter, Jackson. Now she's going to set Lentini. Nice hit and a kill for Janet Lentini. I get excited, I can't say it. You notice that, Marshall? Miles? I might have done that one on purpose. Maybe. I won't either confirm nor deny it. Do you think I did it on purpose? I didn't do it on purpose. Munson checks back in. I can remember her name, though. Nice serve by Gilfillan that time. An attack by Golage. Now Sickles is going to set Lentini, and Lentini is going to hit it in the net. Side out to BPC, or side out to the Wildcats, excuse me. 8-5 is the score. At least I have the scoreboard right. That's a plus, right? Back to serve for the Wildcats, number 21, Katie Baker. Lentini. Right at Baker. Now it's going to be Sickles going to. Oh, they called in the net on number 33, Bradford. Huh. I didn't see that. So side out to BPC, 9-5. Lentini to serve. Nice hard serve, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Baker. A point for BPC. Lentini has scored now in each of the contests. She's got 2 in each of the first 2 sets. See if she can get a second one here. Looks like she will. Nice low, hard serve. That's Munson, I believe, back there trying to get that. That was Munson. The last one was Hanson. So she's got 3 points now. It's 12-5. This one's going to go to Bradford. Miller. Bradford's going to push it across. Golage. And then Sickles and Jackson. Well, Sickles kind of got in the way of Jackson. Jackson thought she was going to run into her, so she let up, and it fell to the floor. So a side out and a point for the Wildcats. Back to serve the setter, the lefty, number 6, Olivia Miller. Tossed one up, let it fall. Now she's going to serve again here. Bowman, who's checked in. Norris. Sickles is going to give her the free ball. Baker. Miller to Bradford. Suter. Now it's going to go to Golage on the set. Right at Munson. Now Munson's going to try and send it across. She can't get it there. A point and a side out for BPC. Back to a 7-point advantage, 13-6. Patterson's going to check back in for the Wildcats. And that was number 18, Ella Pig, in that time. Misread a number. I apologize. I thought that was Arnett, but it was actually Pig. Now Hanson's set is off the mark and an illegal hit. So Golage is going to get a service point. Just her second service point. The jump serve. Baker's going to push it across. Bowman going to go to Suter, and she's going to hit it deep out of play. Hitting error and a side out. It's 14-7. BPC with the lead. Now back to serve is the aforementioned Callie Hansen, and checking in to replace Munson now is number 38, Maggie Sharping. And an ace for Hansen. That fell in front of the Spartans' defense. It's her first service point since her one service point in the first set. Deep, it's Golich. Now Suter on the attack. It's Doug. Bump set. Free ball. Norris, or Golich, excuse me. Suter on the push. Sharping. Peyton Bowman got down to dig it, but Jackson couldn't get there to do anything with it. Another point for Hansen. It's 14-9. Suter, Jackson, back to Suter. And a hit, and it's going to go off the arms of Baker. A kill for Suter, and BPC returns to a 6-point lead, 15-9. Gilfillan's going to check back in for BPC. Back to serve will be Jaitlin Sickles. Sharping. Replay. The official blew the whistle for safety as much as anything, but Baker was able to get to it, so she's going to do a replay. That's probably a good call. The official thought it was out of bounds, and it wouldn't be able to be anybody get to it safely, so she blew it. Well, then Baker did, so that's out. That's a hit by Patterson, but it went just long on the baseline. A point for BPC, 16-9 is the lead. Sickles gets her first point of this third set. This one is do or die. Whoever wins this set wins the match. Bradford, now Jackson, now Gilfillan with the left hand. Gilfillan kind of off from the side, knocked it down at the 10-foot line, and BPC leads 17-9. Sickles back to serve again. Baker, Miller, Bradford, out of bounds, a hitting error, and BPC up 18-9. Sickles again to serve. Sharping. And then it was tipped back over by Gilfillan, I think, and then an overpass went right back up, and no BPC Spartans could get to it. It's a side out. In to serve is number 11, Sadie Arnett. Golich, Suter, Jackson. Pushed over. Now Jackson's going to try and get it right down the right line, and she does. A kill for Jackson, a point for BPC, and they're up 19-10. Lentini jumps back in. Norris takes a seat, and Jackson to serve. Sharping, Miller back sets it to Patterson. Patterson on the left, he gets the kill, and there's a chance to get it across. They do. Now Baker, and it's going to be a free ball for the Spartans. Now Jackson's going to push it across, and it's going to fall as they called Baker into the net. Yeah, they called Baker in the net. Would have been a kill for Jackson either way, but it's a point for BPC. They're up 20-10. Oh, nice play by Miller to get that across. Lentini's going to set it across to Suter, and Suter's going to drive it home right at the end line. And it's a point for BPC, and they're running away with this third set. They're up 21-10. Aaron Jackson to serve. And an ace. I think that one was actually out of bounds, but going over there to get it was Emma Barrick. I think that's number 19. Now an ace again for Jackson. It's 23. Give her 5 in a row. Actually 4 in a row. She had one earlier. Can't tell if that's 18 or a 19 on the front of her shirt. I apologize, North Fulton fans. Jackson's serve, Sharping, Miller, Baker, Jackson needs help. Gilfillan, now it's going to be Golich from the back row, and she just misses it. And a side out. BPC up 23-11. Back to serve is going to be number 37, Brooklyn Patterson. That is 19 Barrick in there. The serve as Sharping goes to get it, and then it's going to be a side out. Sharping should have let that one go. That was out of bounds. And it's going to be BPC serving. Elizabeth Suter serving for match point here. And an ace. That's how they'll end it. Elizabeth Suter gets the point. Give her 5 for the set. And BPC picks up the 25-11 win in set number 3. That means they win 21-25, 25-17, 25-11. And that'll end the Fresh Soft JV contest here at Bushnell Prairie City High School. We'll be back here in just a second on the postgame show. Postgame show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. We'll be right back here on the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH with the postgame show in just a couple seconds.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital carrier.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. As Coach Rotifer is heading up to talk to us as we speak. Hopefully she doesn't break into dance on us here, but I guess if she wants to, if she wants to, she can, I suppose. Well, Coach, it was kind of reverse. Yeah, I guess it'd probably be easier if you could hear me, wouldn't it?
I was like, I can't really hear you, but okay, let's do it.
Kind of reverse from last night, or from Tuesday night.
Right.
Tuesday night, you won the first game and kind of fell apart in the last two. Tonight, you didn't look real good in the first one, but you responded well and really dominated the last 2 sets.
I think they finally woke up after that first one, after they expected. Sorry, I'm laughing. They were killing me over there. After that first one, they kind of woke up a little bit, and they were more ready to play that time.
Lentini struggled a little bit in that first set. She had a couple hitting errors. Then she went back to the service line and kind of found her rhythm, it looked like, at the service line, and then she was a lot better on the front row after that.
She's getting a lot better at knowing when she's early and when she's late. She'll always look at me and be like, Coach, which was it? And I'm like, you're going to get to the feel of what is right and what is wrong. So eventually she'll just get to that point. She takes a little longer to warm up, so hopefully she'll just start that way one day. I'm kind of at a loss on that one because she knows. She just knows.
The kids played a lot better there in the second and third. The defense and serve receive really, I think, was the key in that second and third game. You look at the stats, just service points. They only had 5 service points in set 2 and 4 service points in set 3. If you can hold a team to doing that, you're doing something right.
Right. We worked a lot on that yesterday after we had our first game, and I was kind of like, okay, let's hit this hard and we'll really work on it. So I'm very impressed with how they played tonight.
Was there anything else you saw coming out of this game and this first victory for you guys that you think will kind of propel you guys into the rest of the season? I mean, we're still early. You haven't had a ton of practices, but what did you see tonight that maybe gives you some ideas of what you've got looking forward to the rest of the year? Anything in particular?
I saw in the first set their momentum and their talking and all that corresponds, like we talked the other night. It started a little slow, but once they woke up and their defense was fantastic, their coverage, they were hitting the ball a lot better than they were on Tuesday. So I think their hitting's only going to get better from here, knowing where everybody's at, what everybody can do. I'm very excited for the rest of this.
It's kind of fun. It was a little funny to me because Golich, who was your best server the other night, only had 2 tonight. They seemed to handle her jump serve really well tonight, but everybody else stepped up. So if everybody else can serve like they did tonight and Golich kind of gets her thing going, you guys are going to be a pretty good serving team, I think.
Yes, I think our serving and our defense, I think, have to be the strongest 2 things that we have, because I feel like we can always bring those. So
one of the things that I liked about the serve is their overhand, which at this level they need to be, but it seems like they can kind of lull you into that 10-foot line kind of serve, 10-foot line kind of serve. And then once you see that defense start to creep up a little bit, and then Lentini was the one that pops in my head. She had dropped a couple right at the 10-foot line, and then she just drilled run that would have landed right about the baseline or the back line, the in line of the court. If you can do that kind of stuff and control the serve, you can have a lot of fun when you're serving a volleyball game.
Yes, we worked on that a little yesterday, because I was like, if I'm going to call a spot, you're going to do it, because I know they can. That's why I do, because I told them yesterday, once a team gets used to you serving short, you got to mix it up a little and serve it deep. If they're prepared for your deep serve all the time, try a little short one. What's the worst that's going to hurt?
Yeah, I kind of like that. I saw that quite a bit tonight. They did a good job of it. Your kids responded well. Congratulations on the first win of the year. And we'll talk to you. I don't even know when the next game is, but we'll talk to you again.
We've got 3 next week. I'm sure we're here one of the days.
So we'll talk to you next week. Here, I've got it right here. I'll just pull it up. We'll look and see. When are you guys home again? BPC volleyball on the 25th against Peoria Heights here. So it is a week.
Woohoo.
A whole week. So you'll have some practices and some games between now and then. So good luck, and we'll see you in a week, and we'll find out where you're standing then.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was Coach Rodefer talking to us here on the postgame show. The postgame show brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located 776 North Colt Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. With that, I'll tell you that a team-high 12 service points for Elizabeth Gilfil, and she had 8 in a row in the first set. And then Erin Jackson had 10. She had 5 in set 2 and 5 in set 3. 7 service points for Janet Lentini. 5 for Elizabeth Suter, all in the third set. 2 for Cora Golich and 5 for Jaitlin Sickles. Sickles is the only one besides Lentini who scored in every set. She had 3 1-1 for the North Fulton Wildcats. 7 service points for Olivia Miller, all in the first set. 3 for Callie Hansen, 2 for Sadie Arnett, 5 for Katie Baker, 4 for Maggie Sharping, and she was the only Wildcat to serve a point in all 3 contests as well. And Brooklyn Patterson served the opening service, got 2 points, and didn't score after that for the Wildcats. So that's how we end it. 21-25, 25-17, 25-11. The win for the BPC Spartans junior varsity squad. The varsity squad is on the floor as they're getting ready to warm up. The clock has not started as they're still clearing the gym. But we'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and we'll come back in the next feed with the varsity contest between the Spartans and the Wildcats.